Hey everyone, it's Coach Susan here. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about habits-based coaching and why we only coach one habit at a time. So, a lot of my clients are really successful people in their professional lives, and have also raised children successfully and done lots of community leadership activities in which they've been very successful. And often they come to me a little bit puzzled by why they can't be so successful in their healthy habits, in gaining their health back, in recovering from a surgery or an injury, or even in trying to lose weight. And one of the things that successful people tend to do well is that they are able to juggle lots of different tasks at the same time. And so when I tell them that we're only going to track one habit at a time, some of them raise an eyebrow at me and kind of look at me like, we'll see about that one habit at a time thing. And usually I let people, experiment a little bit. We go forward with an agreement that we're going to do one habit at a time. Usually I let them pick the first habit based on what they're struggling with at the time. And then we go forward. And when we check back in the next week or, later on in the week, I often hear, well, you know how we were working on just eating more vegetables with every meal? Well, I thought that was fine, and therefore I also added that I was going to track everything that I ate. And what ends up happening more often than not, and not always the case, okay, is that we are only semi-successful at both goals, rather than being super successful at the one goal we set or the one habit that we set up for the week. And the reason for this is because of a lack of focus. When we try to focus on too many things at once and something that's really difficult for us, we tend to become a little bit scattered, and we tend to not be as successful at one thing or the other thing. Research shows us that no matter how many goals somebody has, they're really only going to focus in on one goal anyways, whether or not you decide for them that that is the one goal that they're going to focus on. So, more success tends to come from just following one goal, one habit, one thing that we're going to track at a time. The other reason I do that is because if you think about your weight loss or your health goals as kind of a science experiment where you're trying to figure out what works for you to make you have a healthy lifestyle, we can't know for sure what actually worked if we're trying to track more than one thing at a time. We can't know for sure if it was more vegetables this week, or if it was the fact that you wrote everything down, or you wrote everything down 3 of the 7 days, that actually helped lead to some weight loss maybe this week, or helped you reach a new strength level in the gym when we were doing our workouts. It's totally not correlated because we don't know how much either thing played into the role. You can guess at it and you can say, you know what I really think? I really think that tracking my food helped me, and that's great. But what we want to get to is knowing, yes, tracking food related to this outcome this week. Or eating more vegetables made me feel more full at all my meals and therefore I didn't eat as much. We don't know which one was which, so we want to actually just track one habit at a time. So what I want you to think about is a little bit of an analogy that I give in my blog this week. And so if you want, you can check out the link below and read a little bit about a good analogy between why we track one habit at a time and how that makes us successful in the long game of trying to get fit and be healthy. Thanks, and we'll talk to you next time.